What'd you think of Raw Monday night?
I've enjoyed Raw mostly, obviously, because of the segments that are not wrestling.
Yeah,
Because none of the matches are really with any of the things that are happening. But the happening segments with the happening people are great.
they're happening.
And the production, it has to be said, this is more than just there's a new director, there's a new feel, there's a new look, and it feels more fresh. And a lot of the backstage stuff and just the shots in the crowd and coming into the building and the way everything's being done has just made this whole show more watchable.
Yeah, the guy, and see, a lot of people there with Kevin Dunn, he's the one that's doing the quick zoom ins and outs and the goofy cuts and everything. No, that was his vision. Kevin Dunn wasn't the actual director. He hired the people that would do that. But all the camera people, the directors, the technical staff were doing his vision because he was head of production. And even though he was smart enough to hire younger people as time went on that knew, because he never worked anywhere but the WWF/E. And he was a 20-year-old kid when he started. His father was, a local television guy that had been involved with Vince and was doing their program back then. And he's never been anywhere else. So he was hiring younger people that would give him ideas or suggestions, but he couldn't see. It's not like he came from network sports. It's not like he came from HBO or NFL films. You have to be able to see this kind of shit in your head as the director of production or head of production, whatever the title is that they've got. And then you need to be able to find people. You can't just have some fucking cameraman that you pick up for, $250 in Cleveland that can do the sweeping shot where he's taking the steady cam through the fucking concourse and into the arena or whatever. You have to get people that know how to execute the look. And even if you rehearse ahead of time in a production meeting the camera angles for a certain promo and the expressions that you want to get, or the facial expression that the wrestling producers tell you they want to see in a finish, you've got to have crack people. And then the director, whoever he's got directing, it's a live broadcast, and I'm sure he's got, I don't know how many cameras they're using in totality, with some backstage and some wherever, but they've got at least 6 or 8 on the ring, I think, between handhelds and whatever. So the director is sitting there watching 8 television screens at the same time at minimum and calling the shots to the technical director, who's the guy who actually punches the buttons. Camera 4, ready, camera 4, take 4. Over and over and over. These are highly talented people. And it looks like it's looking ever more like a fucking, high quality network production. And when network TV had some cachet to it back in the day.
Well, it's the production and the presentation because, the backstage interviews, it's being presented in a serious fashion.
Yeah.
And the interviewer isn't asking, sure, the questions are scripted, but it's not as, nothing happening as the Vince McMahon era questions were. It's all working really well.
And also at the same time, it's more adult, more serious because it's the Triple H and this guy, head of production. What's his name? Do we even know who this guy? We remember they announced Kevin's replacement. I can't remember his fucking name.
He's from ESPN. That's all I remember.
Well, at any rate, it's Triple H's idea of wrestling and a major sports television guy's idea of television, which is better than Vince McMahon's cartoon idea of childish wrestling that he was, wallowing in for so long. And Kevin Dunn's vision is whatever Vince's vision was. And that's how he was trained. That's what wrestling was supposed to be. That's why, that's why Kevin Dunn. So this is a whole new game here. And